I'm back with another Crockpot video today. We're making chicken and dumplings quick and easy. Guys, you are gonna love this. So stick with me and let's make it together. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta get into our prep. And obviously you already know, you gotta prep up some veggies. And so we got some celery sticks here. And we just got to chop these up, chop off the bottom stems, chop off the top stems. But I'm gonna be honest, guys, I hate cooking with celery because you use 3 pieces and then the rest of it just sits in the fridge and gets bad and you throw it out a year later. But anyways, I'm gonna wash this off quick. Always wash off your produce, then we're gonna cut it up. Now that we got that all washed up, we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna chop this up, basically cut the celery stalk in half and then chop it from there. Now that we got that in half, we need 1 cup of celery. After we got a cup of celery, we're gonna go ahead, grab out some carrots. You can use baby carrots, you can use regular carrots. It really doesn't matter. But we're gonna cut these up. Need about a cup of these as well. So equal parts celery to equal parts carrots. We're gonna wash these off as well and then chop these up. Okay, so after these are all washed off, I'm gonna chop these up. I'm thinking basically gonna quarter these and then half them. Kind of little strands like that. And we're gonna do that until we have a whole cup of these carrots. Next on the veggie prep list, this is the one that makes me cry. We're gonna go ahead and do 1 yellow onion. Don't think we're gonna use the whole thing, but we have to get the skin off of it. After that, we're gonna chop this bad boy directly in half. And I'm probably only gonna end up using half the onion. And we're gonna dice it nice and finely. Now that we got all that prep work done, we're gonna go ahead and start by adding in 6 tablespoons of butter into the crock pot. I kind of got the crock pot heated a little bit up to high heat. And we're gonna let this butter melt up. We're gonna make a roux. So now that our butter is pretty much melted, we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves about a 1/3 cup of flour. We're beginning to make this roux. I'm gonna whisk it into our butter. It's gonna thicken up. I've also went ahead and taken the skin off of 4 garlic cloves. I got this new little press, little mincer. Squeeze those out of there. Just gonna go ahead and whisk that in a little bit. Just wanna make sure there's no chunky floury bits there. It's kind of congregating around the edges. We'll take our little spatula. Again, we have our crock pot on high. And yeah, this crock pot meal probably takes a little bit more prep than your average crock pot meal. You know, most of the time you just plop, 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 everything's in, you're done. This one, like I said, there's just a little bit more work involved. But at this point, I went ahead and chopped up 1 tablespoon of fresh sage. Of course, you can use dried sage if you want. We're gonna go in there with 2 teaspoons of dried thyme. You could also use fresh, of course. I'm using dried. There ain't much in there, but I'm telling you, it already smells absolutely delicious. Now for our protein, I got chicken thighs. I'm going in with 4 chicken thighs. Of course, you can use breasts. Use what you got. It's all chicken at the end of the day. 1 cup of carrots, chopped up nice and finely. Got our cup of celery here as well. Half of a yellow onion. And lastly, of course, we need some liquids. I'm adding in 4 cups of water. You can add 4 cups of broth, but I like to add the water, 4 cups of water, and then I'll go in there with these chicken bouillon cubes. And I just think that these have much better flavor than broth. So we're gonna pop 4 of these in there. You add in 1 per cup. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get those in there. They're gonna dissolve nice and easy. Last thing we got to add in there for now is going to be some salt and pepper. So I'm going in there with some pepper. Don't skimp out on it. And as well as some salt. And now we're going to throw the lid on it and we will see it in about 3 hours. You can cook this on 4 hours on high, or you can cook it on 8 hours on low. All right, guys, it's been about 3 hours. Look at that steam, delicious food cooking up, bubbling up. So we got to take this chicken out, shred that up, and then we're going to go ahead and make this dumpling mixture, and then it'll cook and be done in about an hour. Look at how this chicken just completely like falls apart like a roast. So we're going to shred this up basically by jabbing it around and kind of swirling it up. Normally, if I didn't have all these veggies in here, I would probably just put in the hand mixer. That's always an easy way to shred chicken. That's how I do it for buffalo chicken dip. Super tender. And when you get it to a good consistency, I am going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of milk. We're going to start with 1 cup. And we'll add in that 2nd cup. Mix that up a little bit. Then we'll close the lid up, put this aside. Now we're gonna make this dough mixture for these dumplings. I'm gonna need about 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'll put that into the bowl. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 3/4 cup of milk. And I went ahead and chopped up some more of that sage, and we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of fresh sage in there. I'm just gonna take my spoon, kind of mix that together until it forms a nice dough. At some point, you already know you're gonna have to get your hands involved when you're making dough. Now that that dough is all formed up, I'm just gonna be taking spoonfuls of it, just kind of placing them in there. And these will cook up over the course of the next hour. We're gonna continue to have this on high. Dough will cook up, and yes, you could make a proper dumpling if you wanted to, but I mean, ultimately, what are you making a crockpot dinner for? You're making it so you can save some time, or because you don't have time to cook when you get home, so you want a meal prepared for you when you get home. And this will definitely get the job done. We got those in there now. We added our milk in, and we're just gonna go ahead, close this lid again, and I'll see you guys in another hour. It'll be done. All right, guys, it's been the whole entire 4 hours, and look at those dumplings just puffed right up to the surface. It is certainly cooking. Let's get this in a bowl and try it out. All right, guys, it's been 4 hours. It smells delicious. The whole house smells exactly like this dish. And I'm telling you, if you're just looking for scent, this bad boy is a good air freshener. All right, let's try it out. Wow. Sorry, guys, that's super hot. That is absolutely delicious. Super quick and easy crock pot meal. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.